Hello, welcome to lesson 8.1, Intro to Trigonometry. So this unit is all about right triangles. That's what trigonometry really focuses on, is right triangles. And so we're going to be actually finding missing sides, missing angles. But first we need to know just how to label these right triangles. So hopefully you have access to 4 different colors. And let's start with highlighting the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle. So how to find that is you can look for the right angle, right, which is this little box, and you're going to just draw an arrow across from that. That's going to be your hypotenuse each and every time. All right, now let's talk about what theta means. Let's actually highlight it first. Theta is this symbol right here. And actually, let's highlight it over here too. So they're always going to give us an angle. That's going to be theta. And try to use a different color if you can. So to know what the opposite side is, okay, the opposite side, that's going to be across from theta. So you're going to have 2 arrows. First arrow is coming from the right angle. That's going to be your hypotenuse going straight across. And then from your theta going straight across is going to be your opposite side. And then that leaves the last one, which is our adjacent side, and adjacent is just going to be next to theta. Okay, so opposite across from right angle. Hypotenuse across from right angle. Opposite is across from theta, and adjacent is right next to theta. All right, I'm going to use this to label. Now in or on your sheet, this should be crossed out. So let's just cross that out. We're going to look at what that means next. Okay, so it says label the sides hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent according to the given angle. This time is A. So go ahead and circle the angle, circle the letter, which is going to be this angle right here. Okay, so let's start with hypotenuse. Start with the right angle and draw an arrow across. That's our hypotenuse, this side right here. Then we're going to go back to A, which is our theta, and then draw an arrow across from that. And that's going to be our opposite side. And then what is next to our angle is our adjacent side. All right, I'm going to do one more example, then you're going to pause the video and try 3 and 4. So it says X, so we're going to circle X. So let's start with the hypotenuse. So across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Across from the given angle is the opposite side. And then next to it is the adjacent side. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and label complete number 3 and 4. All right, so number 3, so C is right here. Let's start with our hypotenuse, which is going to be this side right here. You're finding the right angle, just going across from it. Then your theta, you're going to go across from that. That's your opposite. And then next to it is going to be adjacent. And now number 4, let's circle. Now starting with our hypotenuse, that would be here. Opposite would be here. Adjacent would be here. All right, if you have any questions on how to label, just pause the video and come find me. But now we're going to get into the ratios now. So again, trigonometry is all about right triangles. Well, really, it's about triangles in general, but what we're looking at is always going to be a right triangle. And it's basically saying that we have a ratio. A right triangle is very special in geometry, and it basically creates these ratios. And those are sine, cosine, and tangent. And we remember these as SOHCAHTOA. So if you hear me say SOHCAHTOA, it's a way to remember all of this. So a sine of theta is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, that ratio. Sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. And then tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. So SOHCAHTOA, sine is O over H, cosine is A over H, and tangent is O over A. So let's look at number 5. So find the value of the trigonometric ratio. First, we're going to label. So it says sine of A. So we're looking at A. A is going to be our theta, this angle right here. We even draw a little theta symbol if you want. So now let's label. Let's go from our right angle. Go across that. That's our hypotenuse. Then across from theta is our opposite. And then next to our theta is our adjacent. So after you've labeled, then you're going to write the ratio here. So sine is going to be sine theta equals, and you don't have to write OPP and HYP, just write O over H. And now we're going to fill in. So O is 24. See how we labeled it? So we know it's 24. And then hypotenuse, H, is 40. That's why you have to label it first, so that we can just easily put the numbers in. So we got 24 over 40. We're almost done, but we need to simplify this. And I can divide both of these by 2, 4, but 8 is the biggest one. So let's divide both by 8. You know, if simplifying fractions is difficult, don't worry. On the quiz and test, I will make sure I will simplify for you. So if you leave it like 24 over 40, that's okay, but please simplify if you can, okay? All right, one more example, then you're gonna pause and try 7 and 8 on your own. All right, so cosine of x. So I'm gonna start by circling x. Now I can label the rest. So hypotenuse is across right here. Across from the right angle. Opposite is across from our actual angle. So opposite would be this side. And then next to it, adjacent is this side. So after I've labeled H, O, and A, I'm going to write cosine, because it's saying cosine. And I'm just going to I'm copying from this. That's why I put this so big. So cosine of theta is equal to A over H. So A is, look back at our picture, A is 16. H is 20. And now just simplify this. If you need to leave it like this, you can. But, you know, if they're both even, divide by 2, right? In this case, you can divide both of these by 4, and you get 4 over 5. So go ahead and pause the video, try 7 and 8 on your own. All right, so for number 7, it says tangent of x. So we're going to do HOA really quick. H, O, and A. So tangent of theta is, where am I getting this from? Right up here, O over A. So O over A. O is 16. A is 12. Look at what we just labeled. And now let's divide by 4. So this one is 4 over 3. And last one, sine of C. So again, and I'll break it down just one more time, how to label H, O, and A if we're still confused. So H, always start with the box, go across from it, put in H. Then what you just circled, this one was C in our problem, so we circled C. So across from C, not next to it, across from it is going to be the O, right? Across from it is O. And then next to it is the A, all right? And if you need help, like look up here, just try to draw your triangle or draw your arrow, sorry, right? Always go from the right angle, boom, from theta, boom, and then your last one's always going to be adjacent, okay? All right, so let's finish this though. All right, so sine of theta, right? Where am I finding this? Up here, sine of theta, look, it says opposite over hypotenuse, so we're just going to write O over H. And then we're going to fill in. So O is 14. H is 50. These are both even numbers, so I can divide by 2. And my answer is 7 over 25. All right, so go ahead and finish now the practice assignment. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.